Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, simply straight talk.
Let me call my homegirl Angelique and see what she up to. Let me see what she got going on.
Hello? Oh, hey, do you have a minute?
You know that I called you, right? So, yeah, obviously I have a minute.
Do not get smart with me, mister. Look, you can still catch an elbow through this phone.
All right. What's going on? I know you had a meeting with potential new clients. So, how did it go?
Actually, that is what I wanted to talk to you about. Hey, do you remember Sophia, who used to work as a real estate agent?
Oh, yeah. The pretty lady with the long hair. How's she doing?
I don't know anything about a pretty lady with long hair, but I do know about a stupid lady who ruined a business deal.
Okay, hold on now. I detect some haterism, but let's deal with that later. What happened with the business deal?
Thank you. Now that you are focused on me, not some crazy woman, listen.
But you asked me, did I know her?
Hey, I don't care what I asked you. And it don't matter that you answered what I asked you. You are supposed to listen.
I am just a little confused.
Are you going to let me finish my story or what? Damn.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Thank you. Finally. Okay, now where was I? That's it. Sophia. So she and I went out to lunch for a meeting with 2 potential new clients. Now you know me. I'm professional, I'm confident and informed. Are you listening?
Yes, I am looking right at you.
Well, do something to let me know you're listening, like nod your head or something. Anyway, when I introduced her, she was speaking all low and under her breath, really mumbling. I whispered to her, speak up, girl. Say your name with confidence so they will take you seriously.
Are you serious? You cannot go into a business meeting being soft-spoken.
Exactly. When you introduce yourself and you say your name, you have to say it with confidence. Say it with your chest. If you can't say your name proudly, then it comes off as if you're a pushover. Do you know what I mean?
But wasn't she a real estate agent? She should know how important it is to be confident.
How you say your name actually reveals a lot about you. And if she does not learn that, then she is going to struggle. Anyway, the clients were clearly not impressed with her. And when she went to the restroom, they asked me if she was new to the business world. I was so freaking embarrassed.
Well, listen, despite her being a setback, I think your passion and your drive, that's enough to get the deal.
Oh, now that definitely brought some sunshine to my situation. It's good to have positive friends in your life,
Now, if you give me Sophia's phone number, I will help her with that problem of being more confident.
Oh, thank you. Okay, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, sure.
All right, it's 91.
See, she play too much. She play way too much.
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family. Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, where every topic is a hot topic, and hot topics are all about that real talk. Now here's your host, Reggie.
Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is your man, Reggie Maddox, your host with the conversation. Listen, today I want to talk about confidence, man, but I want to talk about confidence in your name. That's right. I want to talk about the way you say your name when you greet somebody. You know what I'm saying? When you walk into a meeting, when you are introduced to somebody or you're introducing yourself, how are you saying your name? How are you saying your name? Now, there's a lot of things that play a factor into how a person say their name. A lot of people get intimidated in front of other people. Now, I'm not saying you got to be arrogant or have an ego. But what I'm saying is when you say your name and you're proud of who you are, then be proud when you say your name. You don't have to yell it so the world can hear, but speak your name clearly. Speak your name so people can hear it. My name is Reggie Maddox. Okay? And that's how you need to say your name. Say your name so you are proud. When you introduce to somebody, don't walk up and just be like, and when you say your name, you're like, Marcus Wilson. Then they're going to be like, What's wrong with this dude? Or they're going to think you're a pushover. They're going to think you're a punk. They're going to think you're weak. How you say your name reveals a lot about you when you meet people. And a lot of that starts with the confidence you have in yourself. Now, some people will get intimidated when they say their name, especially if they got a checkered past or they got people who know about it. Let's say you've been to jail and all of a sudden you may be talking to a judge or a police officer, or you may be in a situation to where, somebody who knows about your past, they introduce you to somebody else, and then you're kind of like shy about saying your name. Don't be shy about saying your name. Your name represents you. Yeah, you might have made some mistakes. You corrected that. You done whatever it is that had to be done to make it better. Say your name with pride. Be proud that you changed your life. Be proud of who you are. I want you to be confident. And that's the thing I want to talk about today. Being confident. And it starts with you saying your name. And a lot of people don't realize how they say their name when they do introduce themselves to other people. And listen to how other people introduce you. You need to be proud of how you say your name. Because when you walk into a business meeting or you walk into a job interview or when you introduce yourself to people, they're going to read you by how you say your name. If you mumbling your name, like I said, they're going to take you as weak. I'm not saying you got to yell it and be arrogant about it, but be confident. Say your name like it means something, because it does. Look, I want you to think about it like this. When you were born, the first thing you got to get when you was born was air. When you came out your mother's womb, air, you was breathing, okay? Now, you got to breathe your mother's air outside of the womb, okay? Then the doctors gave you a physical, to check for your health and everything, popping your legs, blood tests and all that type stuff. But before any of that took place, your parents was already trying to think of a name. The day it was determined that they were pregnant and you were going to be coming into this world in 9 months, your name was already in the process of being developed. That was a conversation that was taking place the whole time, the name. Then once they settled on the name, then they started planning around that name. So your name means something. Now, some of us may say, well, you know what? I don't like the name my parents gave me. You know what? That's all fine and well, because you determine what your name really says about you. You understand what I'm saying? They can name you Tequila. They can name you Rosemary Walamala. Whatever they name you, okay? They can name you Billy Boob. It doesn't matter. You determine the reputation of your name. You determine that. You got to be confident that whatever your name is, you confident in saying it, and you're going to be confident about the reputation that you put behind it. They knew your name was a crucial decision because it would identify you for life. It's how everybody's going to identify you. It's how the jobs are going to identify you. Companies, outside of your social security number, your name is what you're going to hear more than anything else in this world. All right? But your name is a label. It is. It's a label that identifies you. It isn't half as important as what it represents. Because the fact is, although many people may share the same name, the reputation you have behind your name is yours alone. And you determine that. You determine the reputation behind your name. But people seem to miss out on that because people don't want to focus on the fact that my name means something. Now, especially when you get into other countries, the family name means a lot, especially in places like China, Japan, Russia, Korea. The family name means a lot. Now in America, they got money. But the thing about it is you determine your name. Why aren't you speaking your name with confidence? What is it in your life that's making you feel like you can't be confident to speak your name? What is it that makes you feel like you can't be confident to say your name proudly? I don't care if you meet Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, the Obamas. It don't matter who you're meeting. Speak your name with confidence. Like I said, with confidence, not arrogance. Because trust me, when you introduce yourself and people see how they see the way you say your name and they take it as, wow, this dude a pushover, this woman weak. And that's what they'll do. And they'll try to play you with that. They're going to try to play you based off of that. You got to understand it's important that you be confident in your name. You know, when you think about history, there are two things in history that really stands out when it comes to a name. One is the DMX song, What's My Name, which was a hit and is a classic. And the next is the great Muhammad Ali when he fought Ernie Terrell. And in the ring, while he was fighting, he was saying, what's my name? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? Now, for many African Americans, you know, we already know that the heritage of our name is pretty much a slave name. We get that. But we don't let that define us. We define our name. We rebrand our name. We make the reputation for our name. We don't let other people determine it. Regardless of what I'm named, I can determine what my name is going to stand for. And I'm going to do that with confidence. Confidence means you believe in yourself. You believe in you. Like I said, it's not about being egotistical. It's not about being arrogant. It's about believing in you, having faith in yourself, being able to stand in front of anybody and say your name proudly. You don't have to boast about yourself. You don't have to do that. But be confident about who you are. Be confident in speaking your name. Don't introduce yourself to people with your head down, mumbling under your breath. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your last name. Why would you do that? I don't care who you're talking to. Speak your name. Like they say now, say it with your chest. And that's what you need to do. Your reputation doesn't happen by chance. Okay? It's a reflection of who you are and how you choose to live your life. What do you want your name to say about you? Have you ever really thought about that? What do you want your name to say about you? You know, most people, when they hear about Michael Jordan, and like for those of us who don't really know him personally, but when we hear his name, we're automatically thinking the greatest basketball player of all time. We're thinking slam dunk championships. When we hear Dominique Wilkins, we're thinking slam dunk championships. We're thinking one of the greatest basketball players. When we hear Obama, Barack Obama, we're thinking the first black president. Regardless of what people feel about his political accomplishments, he's seen as that. When we think of Michelle Obama, we think of a classy woman, elegant, high standards. The name alone speaks. And there are people in your community that they're not rich, they're not famous, but when you hear their name or their name is spoken, people will say, oh, that's a good brother. That's a good sister. Oh, man, that person tried to help people out. And even though that person is not rich or famous, you're not going to badmouth them because people will come to their defense because they have a reputation behind their name. And you know when you have a good reputation like that because when your name really speaks about you and who you are, people will defend you even when they don't know you. People will defend you based on your works, based on the things that you do. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. You create the reputation of your name. You create that. Think about it. Let's take a look at Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, listen, you can't take nothing away from the fact that Bill Cosby created some great comedy. Bill Cosby created some great shows. The Cosby Show was one of the first shows to reflect black people in a positive light as a lawyer, as a doctor, as kids with a disciplined home. So you cannot take that away from him. You cannot take that away from Bill Cosby. The man gave more to HBCU schools than most of these celebrities out right now. So you cannot discredit his works. But the reputation that he gained towards the end of his career towards, you know, the whole thing about drugging women and sex, it took it away. So now he has a reputation. He has two reputations. He does have the legacy of what he's done on TV and film, but now he has the legacy of what he was accused of, because I'm just going to say accused, allegedly, you know, drugging women for sex. But that's the thing about it. You determine the reputation of your name by your actions. If your actions are positive, you will be confident. If your actions are negative, be accountable, accept the responsibility, make the corrections, accept the punishment, come out and speak your name positively. Let's take a look at Michael Vick. Michael Vick was known as one of the fastest football players, one of the strongest arms. He was known as a good quarterback. But when the whole dog fighting thing happened, everything sort of fell. His reputation came to be known as a guy who abused animals. Michael Vick did his time, did what he had to do, and now look at Michael Vick. He's respected. He say his name proud. He reestablished his reputation. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was known for being angry, violent, cursing. Mike Tyson did a one-man show that really spoke about his life. This is a man that I have so much respect for because Mike Tyson's reputation as his name when he was boxing was not great. It was great as far as what he did in the ring, but outside of the ring, it was damaging. But this is a man that matured. He growed up. He took responsibility and accountability for what he had done. Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson. Say his name with confidence and respect. And that's what he does. And that's what we have to do. Like I said, your reputation doesn't happen by chance. Do you want it to say that you're a giver or a taker? You're a hard worker or a slacker? You're a loyal companion or you're a fair weather friend? You're as honest as the day is long, or do you have trouble telling the truth? These are the things you want to be reflected with your name. You do. Nobody wants to be known as a taker. Nobody wants to be known as a slacker. You want to be known as a hard worker, loyal person, an honest, good friend, somebody who tells the truth. You put these things behind your name, you're building your reputation to be something great. It makes you say your name with pride. I'm trying to get you to understand both parts of this thing about saying your name and being confident in who you are. Because everybody makes mistakes. And I want you to know that if you made mistakes in your life, that's fine. You done what you had to do to correct those mistakes. Say your name. I'm a man that made mistakes. You know what? Now, this is me. Or if you haven't made mistakes, but you've been living your life and working, say your name. Do not let people take your confidence from you. Do not let people make you feel small, especially people that you don't know and don't know you. People often have a way of just trying to make other people feel small. You know, when they stand up, when they introduce somebody, they try to broaden their shoulders and lift their heads up, make themselves seem bigger and taller over you, so you'll mumble your name. Hell no, you look up to them. Put your eyes straight on them. Yeah, my name is Reggie Maddox. You don't mumble and duck your head and bow your head to nobody. Be confident in who you are. Be confident in your name. Have respect for yourself. All right, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, this your man Reggie here. Are you looking for some fresh new music? Are you looking for an artist that's got that positive vibe and that positive flow, that knows how to flow lyrically? Then man, you need to check out Tone G Music with songs like Buzzing, Good Deeds, and Pick Up the Phone. Now these songs are available on Apple Music and other digital platforms. Tone G brings that positive vibe in everything he does. And the music he brings with the reggae style and that smooth lyrical flow, oh, you know what to do. Y'all check out Tone G Music.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
Hey, yo, it's Reggie Maddox, man. What's up? Welcome back to the second part of the show. Hey, yo, let's make this conversation real, okay? Let's put all of the BS aside, man. You know what I'm saying? And let's have a real conversation because I am so sick and tired of seeing people, okay? And today we're talking about what's your name, okay? And I want to talk about your name, speaking your name with confidence. I'm talking about that, but I'm also talking about what your name represents, and your name represents you. Now, I said earlier in the show that your name is a business card. It is. It is. Your name is a business card. Okay. It reflects who you are. Now, in years past, you know, it was very easy to maintain a small image of yourself. You know what I'm saying? But with today, your reputation is no longer confined to a tight circle. Whereas before, you could keep it within a tight circle, but not today. See, today, with the, magnitude of social media, your words and your actions, man, that crap can go viral with the touch of a button. And this can have serious consequences. I mean, your reputation can be, this person's cool, this is somebody I want to work with, or it could be like, man, this dude is an enemy. It can open doors for you to great opportunities, or it can close doors right in your face. Your reputation and when your name tells people who you really are. It will tell others whether they can place their trust in you, whether you're easy to do business with, whether they want to do business with you, if you keep your commitments. It will also tell them, like, if you're selfish, if they got to keep an eye on you, if you are a bad influence. Now, we're going to get into that. The good news is that your reputation isn't the result of luck. It's a direct consequence of what you say, what you do, what you put out to the world. And you have to protect your reputation. Like, it's the most valuable asset you own, because it is you. Now, let me get into this. I see so many people on social media. Now, women, I'm not coming for y'all. But I just see more women do this than I do with men. I see more women say, I don't understand why these guys are coming at me like this. Why they're sending me nude pics. Why they always trying to get with me. Why they doing this. Why they saying this perverted stuff. So I look at your social media. You twerking. You in your panties. You pulling your skirt up so you can twerk. You talking about sex. You smoking weed. You showing guns like you're going to shoot somebody. And you wonder why people question who you are, because you got to understand something. You may say, well, that's just social media. That's just social media. No. It is not just social media. It's you. It's you. That's who they seeing when they see that. They see you. They see you. They are seeing you, because that's what you're putting out. When you put stuff like that out, that's telling them that's what you're about. Now, it may not be. You may just be doing it for likes or whatever. But to the people that's looking at your stuff, they're saying that's you. If a porn star creates an OnlyFans page and she's doing all this pornographic stuff, that's the type of people she's going to attract. You're going to attract who you present yourself to. The way you present yourself is going to determine who you attract to your name. And many people don't realize that, even though jobs won't admit it, a lot of jobs do use social media as a way to evaluate employees, because they're concerned about their reputation. And if your name is associated with an account, and that account is highlighting drugs, the sale of drugs, the use of drugs, guns, violence, then guess what? They don't want to do business with you. They don't want to deal with you. You out here trying to say you're trying to find a good man or a good woman. But when they look at your social media profile, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, they read what you post. And that's going to tell them, if you a guy and you posting all this negative stuff about women, you posting all this stuff with your shirt off, you posting all this stuff about how you just want to get with this woman, and you making all these negative comments, and you got posted all these different women. What do you think a woman looking at your post and saying? Oh, he ain't husband material. He player material. He a friends with benefit. You might be trying to get serious with her, but everything about what you putting out to the world on your social media attached to your name is saying that you're the complete opposite. You have to be careful about how you place your name under stuff. Because when you do that, you're going to be associated with it. And it's hard to get rid of it. It's hard to get rid of. It's difficult to get your reputation for your name back, especially when you are known as being that type of person. If you're known to be a liar, people are going to associate your name with liar. If you're known to be a man that cheats, you're going to be associated with that. If you a scam artist, people are going to associate you with scam artists. You got to realize this is an unforgiving world. So people say, well, how do I build a good name for myself? Some folks are going to say, well, you got to manage your brand. The truth is, building a reputation is about doing what's right to begin with. What are you trying to accomplish in your life? Where are you trying to go? The more consistent your behavior is, the greater clarity you're going to be giving people about you and who you are. This won't leave a doubt in anybody's mind about what you represent and who you are. Some people think they can fool people by doing one thing and saying another. While you may be able to mislead some people in the short term, ultimately it's going to come back to get you. And when it does, now you're going to be forced in firefighting mode. You're trying to put out the fires, correct all the lies you told, correct all the people that you done wrong. You're trying to fix things. And sometimes you can't fix it. The fact is, it's much harder to repair a damaged reputation than to build a good one in the first place. You can't unring a bell. You understand what I'm saying? And even though it takes a long time to build or restore your reputation, you have to be forgiven, okay? And then you got to break down the emotional walls, and then you got to prove yourself worthy of trust and respect. And that just don't happen overnight. It don't. Because when you're trying to get people to forgive you for being a liar or cheating or scamming them, then you're trying to break down the emotional hurt, the things you did that caused them to not want to be bothered with you. Or, if you cheated on somebody, that hurt lasts. And then trying to prove it to them that you are a trustworthy person, that you have changed, you're somebody new. That stuff doesn't happen quick, man. It takes time. It takes time. Now, even though your reputation may be as good as gold, what matters the most, man, is that you feel good about yourself and you're proud of what your name stands for. You have to care about who you are as a person. You have to care and be able to speak your name with confidence. You cannot live your life mumbling your name, because then you're mumbling the fact that when you mumble your name, you're telling the world loudly in a nonverbal way that I am a weak and I am a person who lacks a lot of confidence and no self-esteem. So grab the bus and run over me, because that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Be proud of yourself. Set some standards. Live with honor and integrity. Hold yourself accountable for your behavior. If it means shifting your mindset from I may be able to get away with it to letting your conscience be your guide, it doesn't matter how often people view it. You can't face the mirror each day if you're living a lie. You can't. Own who you are. You have to live with yourself the rest of your life. Despite what anybody else may say or think, you have to live with yourself, because everybody puts on a mask when they get up in the morning to go to work, hang out in public. But when you come home, no matter how hard you try, that mask comes off. The truth and emotions that's within you is going to come out. So you got to be who you really are, but be the best you. Be that confident you. The one that wants to make a difference. The one that wants a reputation that people are going to speak your name, and it's going to influence people. It's going to motivate people. It's going to inspire people. That's the name that you want to set for yourself. You don't want to be known as the person on Instagram with the best twerking videos. You don't want to be known on Facebook with the person with the best sexual photos. You don't want to be known for that. The person who does the most weed or got the funniest, stupidest weed videos. You want to be known as the person that stands for something, the person that sets the tone, that when people hear your name, you want to draw a certain group to you, a certain group of people that will open doors. You don't want people that's coming to you just for visuals. You want people that's coming to you that's bringing opportunities. You want people that's coming to you for networking. You want people that's coming to you that's going to help you reach a financial goal. You want people coming to you that's going to add to your life, not just want you to expose yourself. Think about that. Your name. Say it with confidence, but you can't do that unless you're living in confidence about who you are and what you're doing. All right, we're going to be right back with the final thoughts.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
RM Viaging is a company based on life's journey and sharing life lessons with the world in the form of laughter and reflection, inspiring people to go after their dreams and not giving up on life. RM Viaging creates inspirational music and motivational speeches designed to motivate all age groups. Visit our website at www.rmviaging.com to hear samples of our music. You will also find motivational articles on our blog page titled New Life, New Mind blog. We also have a weekly podcast hosted by Reggie called Simply Straight Talk, all on our website at www.rmviaging.com.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
What's up, everybody? Hey, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the show. And now we're into the final thoughts. Today, we talked about what's your name, saying your name with confidence, being more confident about yourself, not allowing other people to make you feel small. People will try to swell up. They will try to make themselves seem taller and bigger than you because they want you to feel small. Speak your name with confidence. I don't care if you're 4'1", 5'2", speak your name with confidence because it is a reflection of you. But I also want you to consider, how are you setting up the reputation for your name? Now, we all know people that as soon as we hear their name, it's either, I don't want to go with them because when they get out, they get drunk, they act the fool, or that person lies all the time. You know, we all hear about people on social media. When people talk about your social media content, what are they saying? Are they saying that, oh man, you know, this person has a great singing voice? Or are they saying that this person, you know, really dropped some knowledge? Or this person is really motivational? Or are they looking at your post and saying, man, she sure can twerk? Or this dude always drunk, falling on women? What are they saying about that? We got to remember something. The reputation you set with your name that's the type of people you're going to attract. So if you're putting out sexual content, you're going to attract sexual minded people. If you're putting out motivational material, you're going to attract people who are seeking motivation and motivational. If you're putting out business material, you're going to attract business people or people who are designed to aspire in business. What you putting out underneath your name is going to determine what you get back. So be confident in what you're putting out and what you're doing. Now, I get it. If you're a stripper and you're trying to get people to come into your club to throw money at you when you dance for them, hey, I understand. That's marketing your job, your business. But if you're a performer, if you're a book writer, okay, if you're somebody that works in the corporate field like IT, or if you're a doctor, if you're putting out material that contradicts what you're supposed to stand for, you can't get mad when your name is now associated with that. You got to remember, people are attracted to drama and they are attracted to sexual content. That's what get it. So don't try to compete with that stuff. Make your name its own. Let your business card, your name, speak for who you are, morally and ethically. But be confident about what you're doing. Be confident about who you are. Represent yourself. Speak your name with pride. Speak it. Say your name and be confident about your name. Don't allow other people to minimize who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Tone G. Speak his name. Tone G Music. You know what I'm saying? Speak your name with pride and confidence. And believe in yourself. Believe. Don't believe what people tell you what they want you to be or how they see you. Believe in who you are. Don't let other people define you. You define your name. You define your reputation. Do it with confidence. Hey, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And don't forget, check us out next Friday with another show on the Simply Straight Talk Show.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Straight Talk Show with Reggie Maddox. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our podcast to your friends and colleagues. And please leave us a positive review on iTunes. Be sure to check out our archive section on iTunes, Spotify, Libsyn, and YouTube. Join us next time for another edition of the Simply Straight Talk Show.